This is a Terry Now Spirits Talking special report. Coming up in 4 days, we have a full moon eclipse coming on November 19th. And it promises to be quite a powerful one. So let me tell you a little bit about what's to expect and what you can also do to help overcome that. So let's start off with the bad news first. And here we go. The Taurus full moon will appear on Friday, November 19th, 2021. It will be a partial lunar eclipse. There'll still be a slight sliver of the moon still seen. It aligns with Algol, the most destructive star in heaven. It causes misfortune, violence, and sickness. So the spiritual meaning of the full moon, November 2021 astrology, relates to us honesty, faith, and a strong sense of purpose to evolve your soul to a higher level. The November 2021 full moon square Jupiter adds the risk of greed, immorality, irresponsibility, and excessiveness, feeding into the destruction and brutal nature of Algol. But the lunar eclipse is also trine Pluto, which encourages positive transformation and spiritual evolution. The lunar eclipse, November 2021 astrology, can also help you access the deepest, darkest areas of your subconscious, exposing them to eliminate fear and heal past trauma. Like a regular full moon, only stronger, the sun opposite the moon of a lunar eclipse brings you home, family, and intimate relationships into sharper focus. Opposite forces, such as work versus home, or what you need versus what you want, create inner tension and external pressures. This can lead to conflict and crises that drain your energy. The lunar qualities of emotions and instincts reach their peak at lunar eclipse, so use your increased emotional strength and intuition to overcome any relationship challenges. Subconscious awareness allows for an impartial and balanced look at your personal relationships. You will clearly see any relationship dynamics or negative feelings causing disharmony. A lunar eclipse represents a resetting of your emotions, clearing away the emotional baggage of the previous 6 months. The eclipse aspects. Moon square Jupiter can make you hopeful and enthusiastic, but exaggerated emotional reactions and impulses can also bring carelessness, irresponsibility, and excessiveness. Loss and disappointment may result from blind faith, overconfidence, greed, and immorality. You may experience this changeable moods, and changing tastes can cause relationship difficulties. Disloyalty would very likely lead to embarrassment or scandal when exposed. A tendency to lower your standards if dating could also have the same results. Generosity is a good way to avoid any moral decay. Charitable work would be fulfilling but make you sure to leave enough for yourself. The November lunar eclipse urges you to grow materially and spiritually, but moderation and a responsible attitude are needed. Education, religion, or other forms of spirituality may help if you begin to lose faith. Moon trine Pluto brings emotional sensitivity and psychic perception. You will feel things more powerful and are likely to be transformed by your intense emotional reactions. A subconscious urge to evolve at the emotional level assists with the Jupiter urge to expand your horizons. It helps you to focus your energy and grow in a direction that best aligns with your karmic destiny. Psychological self-analysis is favored, and you can access the deep, dark areas of your subconscious. You may also be driven to probe the feelings of other people, and subconscious communication is possible. Intense emotional connections may result in new karmic relationships. The quadrilateral aspect pattern created by the Sun, Moon, Jupiter, and Pluto is called an animated figure. It helps you bring things to life at the physical or mental level using imagination, patience, and a lot of hard work. Repressed emotions are reactivated and made conscious through thoughts or memories are evoked. The opposition, Sun opposite Moon, shows a strong either or attitude. For example, you may rapidly switch from approval to disapproval. It gives a strong achievement orientation and reaches more importance to the acquisition of material possessions and the creation of forms than to communication. A combination of challenging red and harmonious blue aspects brings respect from others and makes it easy to dominate people. The motivations are a thirst for action and practical thinking with energy and skill, even though no gain without pain. There is a constructive orientation toward adapting and modifying the status quo and a desire to know what it is what. The configuration gives stability and balance that makes you feel safe, but it makes you very sensitive to tense or conflictive situations. New things are constantly learned from the oscillation between achievement and pleasure, between giving and taking, between work and private life, so that what is possible is immediately put into practice. The eclipse aligns with the fixed star Algol, which represents the head of the Gorgon Medusa slain by Perseus. Moon conjunct Algol, violent death or extreme sickness, very difficult to avoid accidents and severe injuries. Fixed star Algol is the nature of Saturn and Jupiter. It can cause misfortune, violence, decapitation, hangings, electrocution, and mob violence, and gives a dogged and violent nature that causes death to the natives or others. It is the most evil star in the heavens. Fixed star Algol has the nature of Jupiter, but also has a long tradition as a troublemaker. It is said to be one of the most unfortunate, violent, and dangerous stars in the heavens. This can be explained by the fact that Jupiter takes on most of its perverse meanings, too much heat, as it were, resulting in extremist actions that undo all the beneficial qualities of this planet. In spite of the appreciable distance from the ecliptic, the double star's influence is strongly felt in more cases. It is a disastrous one. Primitive natives will be of the base mind with an inclination to brutality and violence. As everything has two sides, it is said to be that high spiritual rays are emanating from Algol also, but only those human beings can receive them who have already reached high spiritual development. Even then, it has much to be noted that these particular persons will have difficulties and obstacles in their way. They have to use much energy to overcome these handicaps. If their endeavors fail, strong counterforces and enmities will be present. What seems to have been missed by the old school is that Algol has a very positive side to it. How Algol signifies on horoscopes depends entirely on how the person concerned does or does not live with an honest sense of purpose to it, a desire to at least try to live up to some sort of philosophy, religion, or ideal. This star prominent makes for an excellent counselor or others at the time of bereavement. I have found that Algol gives very distinctive facial features and hair. There may be a striking beard or glorious long hair. The teeth, nose, and ears may also stand out in some way, either extremely beautiful, large, or deforming. Constellation Perseus gives an intellect strong and bold, an adventurous nature, but a tendency to lying. The constellation is indicative of events affecting large numbers of people, especially those events caused by major meteorological phenomena. In summary, the strongest influence of the full moon is fixed star algol, which is the most dangerous of fixed stars, causing misfortune, extremism, brutality, violence, mob violence, sickness, and death. With the moon, in particular, algol causes extreme sickness, accidents, and severe injuries. The eclipse is likely to have a detrimental effect on the coronavirus pandemic. Algo is also associated with genetics, mutation, and evolution, so the coronavirus will continue to evolve through new variants. If they are resistant to current vaccines, then more sickness and death will follow. Boy, that's good to know. I'll tell you. Could it get any worse? Algol belongs to constellation Perseus, which is associated with events affecting large number of people, especially those events caused by major meteorological phenomena. Algo causes extremes, and the eclipse squares Jupiter amplifies the negative effects of extreme weather. The full moon Jupiter will also exaggerate the other dangers posed by algol. Greed, immorality, irresponsibility, and excessiveness will feed the extremism, brutality, violence, and misfortune. But with honesty, faith, and a strong sense of purpose, it is possible for positive creative forces and spiritual awareness to emanate from algol, and the eclipse trine Pluto encourages positive transformation and spiritual evolution. The combination of algol and Pluto gives access to the deepest, darkest area of your subconscious, exposing them to eliminate fear and hide past trauma. The aspect pattern created by the lunar eclipse also exposes your repressed emotions and memories. The animated figure helps you bring things to life using imagination, patience, and a lot of hard work. It gives stability and balance and makes you feel safe. The November 19th lunar eclipse, together with the December 4th solar eclipse, form an eclipse phase that lasts until the solar eclipse on April 30th, 2022. Lunar eclipse for November. The partial lunar eclipse on November 19th is visible from North and South America, Australia, and parts of Europe and Asia. A partial lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth moves between the Sun and Moon, but the three celestial bodies do not form a straight line in space. When that happens, a small amount of the Moon's surface is covered by darkness, central part of the Earth's shadow, called the umbra. Now, those living in the New York time zone of the U.S. will see the eclipse on November 19th at 3:57 a.m. Those on the West Coast will see it at 12:57 a.m., just before 1 o'clock a.m. And in Sydney, you'll see it at 7:57 p.m. on the 19th. In London, it should be around at 8:57 a.m. on the 19th of November. So there you all have it. This is not a good time to charge your crystals. Okay? You should not charge your crystals during a lunar eclipse. The powers are so unpredictable during that time. They do not recommend it. All right, so hold off. You can charge them in other ways. Just don't do the lunar charge. November 19th, 2021 brings a partial full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. This eclipse brings waves of transformative energy, allowing us to make a leap in the evolution of our consciousness. Eclipses tend to bring fated events and put us where we need to be. If we surrender to this Taurus eclipse energy, we may just find ourselves releasing something from our lives that is blocking us from accessing the love that we are. Matters of the heart may also be stirred under this eclipse, and a relationship may be highlighted for us. Allow the eclipse energies to work their magic, and know that whatever transpires is there to help fuel the growth of your soul. To work with these powerful energies, here's a ritual to guide you. Here's the ritual. This is best done between November 14th to November 24th, 2021. Okay, first of all, you will need an aura cleansing of some choice. That could be dried herb sticks, incense, bells, etc. You need one candle, preferably white. You need a heart drumming meditation, which you can look up online. You need 5 or more flowers or leaves, dried or fresh. And you need a few crystals of your choosing. Begin by cleansing your aura using your tool of choice. As you cleanse, feel free to recite the following mantra prayer. I am cleansing myself light and free. I am cleansing myself so I may be me. I am cleansing away the struggles of my past. I am cleansing and opening my heart. My heart is now open and I am aligned. My heart is now open and I am aligned. Next, cleanse your surroundings. Feel free to recite the following as you do. I cleanse the space with light and loving energy. Only positive energy may enter this space. I cleanse the space with light and loving energy. It is safe for me to dwell here. It is safe for me to call this my space home. My home is cleansed and I am renewed. My home is cleansed and I am renewed. Now light your candle and place it on an altar, table, or safely on the floor in front of you. Get nice and comfortable and begin the heart drumming meditation. This meditation is designed to help open and activate your heart center and release any stagnant energy. Heart drumming can also help to activate and expand your energy field. Once your meditation is complete, take one of your flowers or leaves or crystals and think about something you wish to release or let go of. State what you would like to release out loud and then blow your wish onto the flower or crystal and place it next to your candle. Take your next flower, leaf, crystal, and think about something you wish to release that blocks you from accessing the love that you are. Once again, state it out loud, then blow it onto the flower. Place it next to your candle. Repeat the process 3 more times using the following prompts. Think about a behavior pattern you wish to release when it comes to your relationships. State it out loud and then blow into the flower. Think about a habit you would like to release that blocks you from creating more intimate relationships. State it out loud and blow into the flower. Think about a belief you would like to release that prevents you from stepping into your fullest power. State it out loud and then blow into the flower. Feel free to repeat the process for any remaining flower, leaves, or crystals. You can repeat these prompts or come up with your own. Once you are done with the release work, take all your flowers, leaves, crystals, and arrange them nicely around your candle. Create a mandala, a shape, or place them any way you feel. Allow this to be a creative, meditative process. You may wish to do this somewhere it can be left for a few weeks if possible. If you like, you can use your flowers, leaves, crystals to create the following shapes. A triangle, which represents the mind, the body, and the spirit. A circle, which represents wholeness or completion. A heart-shaped, which represents love. Straight lines, which represent masculine energy, or curvy lines, which represents feminine energy. Once done, place your hand over your heart center, Close your eyes and take 10 deep breaths, here allowing yourself to just be. To close the ritual, recite the following, or feel free to say what you feel in the moment. I call on my highest spiritual guides and angels to help me stay in my center and stay in my calm. May the intentions I have set during this ritual manifest for my highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Snuff out the candle. You can keep the unlit candle and the leaves, flowers, crystals as decorations until the next eclipse, which is December 3rd, if possible. Or you can discard the flowers and leaves in the garden, whichever you wish. Eclipse blessings to you. Okay, earlier we had the full moon this November, the 19th, being in alignment with the dangerous star Algol. So it was called the full moon Algol. But here's another name for it. People with dirty minds, erase your minds immediately, because this is the Beaver full moon in November. And it has a significance. The Beaver full moon is so called because, and no chuckles over the name, it happens during the month when the beavers are preparing for winter. It's as innocent and simple as that. Okay, so let me go on and continue on with this. A full moon is strongly associated with illumination, release, and resolution. However, the 19th November full moon will make these energies go into hyperdrive. This is because the approaching Beaver full moon is going to be a lunar eclipse. As a result, all kinds of changes will be happening emotionally. In astrology, full moons are the climax of a month's lunar cycle. It is when the moon and the sun stand in opposition. The aspect brings us perspective, takes things to the breaking point, as well as heightens our emotions. The 2021 full moon in November is going to happen in sensual Taurus, so its spiritual meaning is focused on being of the same frequencies as our values. Incorporating the energy of the full moon in our spiritual practices is one of the best ways of aligning with the natural rhythm of the cosmos. The Beaver full moon spiritual meaning. This full moon is also nicknamed the Moon of the Beaver because traditionally this is when beavers find shelter for the approaching winter. See, I told you so. This lunation is also called the freezing or frost moon, as reference to the chillier temperatures and shorter days that happen at this time in autumn. Symbolically, the nicknames referred to the power of the full moon to illuminate all that is needed to feel secure, warm, and safe as the seasonal scarcity and cold increases. Taurus's influence will help us determine what is truly valuable and what is not. The 2021 Beaver Moon has extra spiritual significance because it will also be a partial lunar eclipse, and as such, it marks the beginning of this year's second and final season of eclipses. Furthermore, it would also be the first eclipse that will happen on the zodiac Taurus-Scorpio axis since 2014. This will be the beginning of a new cycle that will tell a continuing story of change and growth coming the next 2 years. These events in the cosmos will possibly impact our relations with energetic bonds, values, and possessions. As such, we must pay attention to the types of shifts or revelations that happen during the lunation. Working with the energy of the 2021 lunar eclipse in November. Even if a full moon is a great time for doing moon magic and personal rituals, eclipses are exceptions. Their cosmic energy is too compromised and chaotic. Rather than harnessing it, it will be better for you to immerse yourself in change's choppy waters and try accepting everything sent your way by the universe. During the eclipse, the moon shall be in Taurus. As such, its energy will be highlighting the sensual experiences as well as making us more aware of the realm of materiality. Materiality. There. This is a great time for feeling into the body and aligning with your senses to receive more of the insights of the full moon. The observations will guide you into staying present as well as navigating the changes induced by the eclipse. If some more structure is needed to help you remain steady through the eclipse, then it's also the perfect time for attempting meditation for full moon eclipses or using crystals for grounded healing. Eclipses have the power to bring powerful surges in emotions, huge shifts, as well as sudden endings. Guided yoga meditations or breath work can help in keeping ourselves centered inside our body, as well as calm enough for making sense of the emotional flurry. Incorporating some crystals for stress relief and soothing in any of the practices can increase their effectiveness while also helping you tune into the energy of the lunar further. This is called the crystal you need to banish negative energy during eclipse season. Okay, I'm taping this segment. It's it's after 3 a.m. and I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I don't have time to pull out the crystals that I do have. But during editing, I'll try to either pull out what I have and show it, or else I'll pull up pictures to give you all an idea of what they look like. That being said, okay. The powers of carnelian, rose quartz, amethyst, and clear quartz crystals. And plus, this also gives a little advice when you go into a crystal shop. You go in and you pick up various stones that, just whatever catches your eye or grabs your attention. And you pick them up. And if you find one that you can't put down, that one, whatever it may be, is likely the one you're meant to be working with. Oftentimes people ask what crystal is best for them, and it's most likely the ones that they find their heart and body leading them to. But it does recommend these in particular if you don't already have one you're drawn to. It suggests carnelian. It's a stone that can help ward off negative energies, impart courage, and enhance energy. Carnelian can help you speak your mind and give you the confidence to shrug off naysayers. Another workhorse in the crystal world is rose quartz, a soft-colored stone that can help protect the heart and emotions. Rose quartz is a great choice for eclipse season when tensions are high and harsh words may fly. Rose quartz helps us protect our hearts and not take things so personally. Wearing a rose quartz pendant or keeping a stone in your pocket will definitely be helpful in the upcoming weeks. Protect your heart with rose quartz. Amethyst also works well to help us tap into our intuition and what really matters. It can help us to think big picture and get past the pettiness of the day to day. Meditating with amethyst in your hand or placed in front of you clears your mind of clutter, stress, and anxiety. It facilitates the releasing of attachments, helping you to let go of the things that are no longer serving your higher self. Amethyst is said to clear the mind and optimize brain cells. Another amazing all-purpose stone, clear quartz. It can help amplify our energies and intentions. Let it help bring clarity to shadows of the soul and help you manifest your intentions like never before. Clear quartz can help us adapt and excel during change. Okay, so once you get your crystals, the next step is to give it a job. In this case, the job is to release negative energy, so you will hold on to the stone in your hand and repeat to yourself or out loud, it doesn't matter which, I release my negative energy. Then, whenever you touch it, you will suddenly be reminded of what you set out to do. Using a crystal can help combine the energy of the earth with the energy of your own intention. Since eclipses are especially powerful and energetic periods, charging a crystal now can be especially helpful. Another way to charge the crystal with good energy is put it outside during the next full moon cycle. And remember, you don't want to put it out during an eclipse because the energies are just too wacko. You want to wait for the next full moon period to do that. You can use selenite to charge it this month, or there's a number of other ways you can charge your crystals. Just do not put them outside for the eclipse. Bad juju. Okay, so you've charged your crystal and released some or all if it was a powerful clearing session of your negative energy. Now you've got to keep your energy clean. Since you know that the next 2 weeks are likely to be an emotional roller coaster, you want to create a regular ritual to help you stay grounded and positive. The key is coming up with a ritual that works for you. A protective spell that can be used is called zipping up, and it's incredibly easy and effective. Just imagine a huge zipper that starts at your pelvic area and runs all the way up to the top of your head. Visualize closing that zipper and thereby shielding your energy from any bad vibes you might encounter during the day. And of course, taking care of yourself or making sure to set time aside to decompress with friends can and should be part of your eclipse season strategy too. Developing your eclipse escape kit is essential. And I would say, especially with that algo star out there, it sounds like a real doozy. So, yes, you will need all of this. All right, so I hope I was able to explain a little bit about our upcoming full moon eclipse on November 19th. I will reiterate that. Um, you want to take precautions. You want to hopefully follow some of the suggestions I put out there because this promises to be a bad one. And hopefully, if you follow these instructions, you'll stay safe during this full moon season. Take care. Blessings be to you. Peace. Believe. And bye bye.